How's everyone doing? Um, I'm back with another short video. So the evolution of the Buck 103 camp knife continues. Um, in my last video, I had spoke about adding some thumb jimping to the top of the blade, just to give you a little something to grip onto with your thumb. Um, and I did talk about the widening of the finger choil. So if you can imagine about the shape of the outline of my thumb, um, maybe more like that. Is kind of what I'm thinking. So um, I'm just kind of doing it in steps. I knew I wanted the jimping. That was a kind of a must, um, for a camp knife. Um, so I really like how that turned out. Um, just gives it a good look, even if you don't use it. I mean, in my opinion. So next time you see it, we'll probably have these scratches cleaned up on the blade. That you can kind of see. Somebody, whoever had this last, tried sharpening this with the file. So I put a nice edge on it, 17 degree, and we're gonna clean that up. Like I said, we'll add the finger choil to it, and I think we'll have a decent camp knife, um, that, in my opinion, Buck should come out with. And I'll show y'all. This is kind of where I got the inspiration for the blade. Somebody that has this knife will probably kind of recognize this. Um, this is the Buck Pursuit. So if you kind of look, there's a little bit of a similarity there. So they do, for those that uh, might be interested in a camp style knife. This is, I believe, full tang. I mean, you see it go all the way to the back. Now I don't know, what the blade does back here. I don't know if it dips down and you've got a bunch of plastic or rubber back here, but it is obviously, a full tang. But feels awesome in the hand. Has jimping here, which I guess would be an okay place to have some. I would prefer here where my thumb is. It does have, up front, just to give you a little bit more pressure towards the tip of the blade. But yeah, I think 4 or 5 little grooves back here on the Pursuit would be good looking. But you can kind of see where a little bit of that inspiration kind of came from. Not quite as much of a drop point on my 103 as there is on the Pursuit. And this is let's flip it over, show y'all, the 658. I believe this is the larger one. I think they have a smaller version of this. But like I said, for those that had commented and had said that they would be interested in a knife like this, the Pursuit is pretty pretty good knife, if you ask me. I mean, it's comfortable in the hand, um, but if you're looking for one in the 100 series, then holler at me. we might be able to do one up for you. But again, like I said, I just wanted to show kind of the more of the process, the evolution of the Buck 103 camp. And you can see here it is the 103. For anyone that this might be the first time seeing the knife. And for now, I'm still just keeping it in the Ontario knife sheath. Fits it perfect. I mean, there's very, very little wiggle in there. So saves me from having to make another sheath, because I've got plenty of other fixed blades that I need to make sheaths for. Now, for what I wanted to make this video for, those that have seen some of my work, I've done finger jimping or thumb jimping on various knives. It's not a hard process. I do it with the Dremel tool. I kind of start the groove, excuse me, and then I'll finish everything off with the files and make them the shape that I want. But with this one, I wanted to do something a little different. Instead of typical jimping, I wanted to do a little file work, just kind of try my hand at it. I'm not usually, and I'm not, this is just a personal thing. I'm not usually a file work person, on the blade. It makes the knife just too showy, and then I wouldn't want to use it. I'm not knocking the art of jimping, file work, but like I said, I just want to do something a little different on this one. This knife is for sale for anyone that might be interested. It is brand new in the box. It is a 12/15/23 birth date, but it's the old red bone barn board jig Copperlock, full size, super sport. And I removed, that just made it worse, huh? I removed the limited edition etching that they had on the blade, so I took that off. It was just on the show side, and like I said, went ahead and did the jimp. Gosh, I keep calling it jimping. Did the file work. I think it turned out pretty cool. This is actually my first time trying it, and when I finish that up, of course, y'all know how Case's edges are, so I went ahead and put a nice fresh 20-degree edge on there by hand. So she's slicey. Gave her that nice point that they should come with from the factory, but they don't. But anyways, there's the knife opened up. It really turned out really cool, I think. You catch the light in different angles, and you can kind of see. I tried to give it a little bit of that almost kind of a chain link kind of look, so it's, instead of the file work going at a 90-degree with the blade, if this is making sense to anybody, I tried to cock it on an angle to kind of give it that like a swoop. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So when the light catches it, you can see it on different angles. You know, just how it kind of it's almost like it spirals in a way, if that makes sense. But I think it turned out pretty cool, and I think it fits the knife. You know, doesn't look too out of place on this, too fancy. Um, it's still, I mean, it's got some grip. You know, everything is nice and smooth and filed, so there are no hard edges along this you know, file work. But it does give a little bit of that, you know, jimping, you know, a little bit of grip up there on the top. So, and it being a, you know, a lock blade, it just works with this knife. Um, but again, this knife is available if anyone is interested. Um, Holler at me, and well, I'll go ahead and say I was thinking these are brand new. I think there's like 79 or 89 bucks depending on where you go and what discounts you have. But I was thinking 125 shipped in the U.S. if anyone is interested. Um, like I said, it's brand new, has never been carried. It has been sharpened, of course. Now, like I said, after doing the file work and taking the etching off, I figured, what the heck, let's put a nice edge on it. So um, she'll be ready to go for anyone that is interested. Again, just holler at me in the comments. We'll work something out. And I'm also on Instagram, so I'll be making a post that will go live there when this video goes live on YouTube. So everyone gets kind of a fair chance, hopefully. Get at me, and we'll work something out. If not, she's gonna end up in the pocket, you know, like all the rest of them. So again, I just figured it was kind of a good chance for somebody to get some of my personal work. But anyways, I hope everyone had a great weekend, enjoyed some family time, uh, and I appreciate y'all stopping in. Catch you on the next one. Peace.